Yo, what is going on, family, friends, and fellow enthusiasts? It's your boy Leo coming at you to start your week off right. Some more classic ops for you. This is the IXEG 737-300 Classic over in X-Plane 12. It's been a minute since we flown old girl. We got her fitted with the Mango Studios CFM engines and sound mod. We'll be heading out of where are we at? Montreal Maribel Airport. Heading on down to Piedmont Triad International for a charter flight. Nolanor is one of the few remaining 737 Classic operators in the real world. And I'm trying to fix my overlay here because it's deciding to pop up all funky. So let me see here. Just see if I can refresh the cache. That's all showing correctly. It's weirded out again. Okay. All right. Well, we will fix that once we get up and at 'em. Here, give me 1 second. Let me just try and restart OBS on this side here. We are still live, even though you get a black screen. Will remind me later. Ah, that's why. Okay. My hard drive is disconnected. Stand by 1 second, guys. Let me just make sure that this hard drive, I desperately need to get, yeah, it's disconnected. I need to get another cord for it. All right, let's see. Did it reconnect here? It did not. There it is right there. Okay, let's try this now. Then we need to just refresh. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got that figured out. I desperately need to get another cord. So yeah, that's what we got planned up. King Ducks, what's going on, King Ducks? Welcome to the stream. AJ is in the house. Mr. Greg Gill says the ops. I explained that in the group chat there. So yeah, it's been a minute. Hopefully X-Plane is nice to us. Now, unfortunately, here's the dilemma. There's a known issue with this aircraft with XPUI-PC. I had to roll back to an older version of XPUI-PC because the newer version, it doesn't allow my throttles to work. With that being said, XPilot does not respond to X-Plane off of this older version. So I can't fly on VASM. So what I'm gonna do is try to use Say Intentions or whatever. That did prompt me for an update, but hopefully we can run it without updating it, and this will be my first time using that anyways on X-Plane, so I'm not sure how that'll go. Either way, we're going down to, what's the name? We'll get you my ugly face. Good to see each and every one of you, and we'll get the sounds to the sim up in a rainy, wet Montreal. What's going on, Anthony? Welcome aboard. So yeah, that's what we got, man. We've got to get our classic fix in after the other night. We crashed out in the CSS, in the CSS 737 Classic pre-release. They're working on that, so we're gonna let them work on that, and then they release a couple of updates. We'll bring it back to the channel. But for now, we've got another classic. That's why we're here. We've got another classic that we can get our classic fix in. So with that being said, we'll be cruising at 360 this evening, taking a block fuel of 16,634 pounds. It looks like we'll be taking roughly 132 passengers. We probably won't take that much. I don't have a sim brief profile that's built for this airplane, and I think it maxes out at like 102 or something like that. So yeah, with that being said, let's jump aboard. First, let's get the doors open. No winglets. We need ground services, cabin crew. All right, cool. Let's jump aboard and get the aircraft powered up. We have ground power established. Zato coming in with all of the smoke. The superior non-subscription purchase. One-time classic. Absolutely, bro. There's a method to my madness. All right, let's jump aboard here. We'll get the tunes turned down. And again, we are backed by the Mango Studio sound pack for this thing. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and, looks like the rain is trying to stop. We'll come up top. We'll go, battery switch can come through to on. Here comes ground power. We'll arm the emergency lights. Seatbelts can stay off for now. We'll come and get our position lights on. We'll get the window heats through to on. That is fine. We'll jump over to the FO side. We will set 360 on the pressurization here. And that way we won't forget that. And we'll come up top. We'll go nav and nav. That is fine. We'll come over here. We'll test the oxygen on both sides. We'll come down here. Fire test is good. We'll get the rest of that here in a second. Light test, we're all good there. And we'll get some panel lights here. Sorry for my track IR jumping all around on us. Alright, cool. So we are pretty much ready to get everything set up here while we board. We'll go ahead and pull up and get our fuel uplinked or uploaded here. We're taking 16. So we'll do 8.3. Let's go pre-flight here. We're gonna go 8.3 on the left. And we'll do 8.3 on the right. That gives us 16,667. 634. I'm gonna change that. I don't like that 666 in the middle there. All right, there we go. 16,720 is what we got. Load passengers. Let's go 102. We'll just take the max. And I think that's all we need there. We'll go ahead and start fueling. And let's just make sure we are taking fuel here, and we are. Shouldn't need any in the center. I didn't put any in the center. Alright, so let's come down to the business end here. We'll go index. We are at, what is the airport code here? CYMX. So we'll go CYMX. We'll pop that in. We'll grab the GPS position. Drop that in there. We'll go on CYMX KGSO is where we're going. Flight number is NS1286. We'll pop that in. Looks like we'll be departing runway 29. We'll go over the route. Departure 29, no SID. Coming out. And let me check one more thing. Alright, 7 minutes until the alignment here. We'll jump over to route. Let's see what our rowdy route is looking like. Direct to YUL. Yo, big up Rock. Welcome aboard. Anthony says we're not going to pass out tonight. Nah, not at all. Alright, YUL. And then from there we're going CFB. Then from there we're going Lynchburg, LYH. Then from there we're going 10 by 3. So we'll activate that. We'll come here. LYH is our transition. And we're looking for runway 23 right. So we'll shoot the ILS runway 23 right. And let's see which transition we want to use for that. This has got us on the GSO transition. Where is 23? I don't know that we're going to use that though. 23 right. Alright, so we'll do... Oh, I see what it did there. Okay. So yeah, we'll do final 23 right and self vector from Henby. Alright, that's what we'll do. No transition, that's fine. We'll execute all of that good jazz. We'll jump back to the index. We'll go perf. And one more thing. We'll get you set on map. And you set on map as well. Alright, let's pull back up our menu here. See, do we have, yeah, we have our total fuel uplinked, so we can go ahead and do our performance. Alright, so we're cruising at 360. We'll put that in. Cruise wins 309 at 66. So we'll pop that in. ISA is going to be +6. Zero fuel weight, we have 101.3. Reserves is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 4.7. We'll pop that in. Cost index we're doing is going to be 11. And Let's see what our trip fuel is. Trip fuel is going to be 9.5. So we'll pop that in. All right, all of that looks good. We'll come over to the next page here. I am going to use SimBrief for my takeoff performance because this airplane kind of gives you too low performance, I think. All right, 2.9, that's 12,000 feet, pounds. Our takeoff weight is, let me go back to see what we at, 110.8, 110.800. We'll do flaps 5, optimal thrust setting. Winds are good. We'll get the METAR. We'll calculate. All right, so this is going to give us a D rate here. I don't really want a D rate. Let's see what it gives us. So we'll try a D rate of 187 at 53 on the cell temp. Gives us 82. I don't know that I like that. We'll stick with it. We got a long runway. And then we're not going to derate the climb at all. So over the takeoff, we got flaps 5 entered. Our CG is going to be 18.9. 18.9. That gives us 4.5 on the trim. See, it's giving us two low speeds here, 128, 130, 140. We're getting 148, 153, 159, so I'm going to use those higher numbers. 148, 153, and 159. Alright, so takeoff perf is complete. Are still waiting on the alignment in 1 minute. Let's go ahead and see if we can make contact with say intentions and see how that gets on. If that don't work, we know it's because it needs an update, but let's see if we're even. Yeah, we're connected. All right, let's see here. We need Aorus 257. Let's see. That is my 1257. They're not picking me. Not picking me up. Let me see what output is going to. Let's see, what output are we going to, sir? Headset. That's why. Let's send you through chat. And let's see if we can just restart saying intentions right quick. Uncle Plane Guy, welcome aboard. When are you gonna fly to Indy? I keep wondering. I almost flew to Indy tonight. And then I realized I hadn't seen you. Alright, let me restart this. We're not going to update right now. Alright, new flight. That rain is coming down, y'all.
No. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform. Montreal Mirabel Airport, information uniform. 0200 Zulu. Wind 315 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, solid overcast at 4600 feet. Temperature 7. Dew point 2. Altimeter 29er. Density altitude -600 feet. Arriving and departing runways 24, 29er. Advise on initial contact you have information uniform. Montreal Mirabel Airport, information uniform.
Alright, let's just get everything else set and then we'll call and get our clearance. And see what they give us here. Alright, departure. Aided. Let's see, ground. They don't have a clearance, so I guess it'll be ground 21.8. All right, 21.8. All right, cool. Montreal ground. Good evening. Correction. Nolanor, 1286. Information uniform. Looking to pick up IFR clearance down to Greensboro.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
All right, come on, man. You saw it filed. All right, while we wait on that, let's go ahead and get everything else buttoned up. We'll get the APU on.
Palm 1286, Mirabel ground. Information uniform is current. Cleared to Greensboro. After departure, fly radar vectors Montreal, then as filed. Departure runway 29er. Initial climb to 4000. Departure on 124.65, squawk 5622.
All right, cleared to Greensboro. After departure, fly radar vectors YUL, then it's filed. Departure runways 29er. We'll climb to 4000. Departures on 124.65 and squawking 5622. Nolanor 1286.
Palm 1286, read back correct?
I don't know, what is he calling me, Palm? Do they have the wrong call sign? Let me just double check that. Let me just double check it. Identity. Alright, we'll deal with it. We're not going to restart it. Yeah, they are. They have the wrong thing entered there. But it's cool. Alright, cool. So 4,000, 5622. Let's get that entered. 5622. And let's get the aircraft powered up here. APU can come through the on. Yo, what up, Mickey and Mike? Alright guys, APU should be up and at 'em. And it is. We'll come through. Gen's on, APU bleed. That is all good. Let's get the rest of our data entered here. We're looking for 159. So we'll bug 179. Flight directors can come through to on. Runway heading for runway 29, which is I think is what we're going to get, 293. So we'll bug that. So we'll have that in because we're not flying a SID out. All right, 293. That's set. All right, guys, let's get her buttoned up here. We'll go preferences. All of that is good. Free flight. All of that is good. Ground services. We'll make sure that we turn off ground power. We'll disconnect. We'll close the cargo doors here. Cabin crew can close the main door. We'll also get the ground services and stuff backed away. Why is that putting me in that view instead of my orbit view? Indy 500s this weekend? Nice. All right, fuel pumps can come through the on. We'll come down here. TARA. That is all good. Everything else is set. We're pretty much ready to push, guys. So let's get on up out of here. We'll get the anti-collision light through the on. Oh, you know what? This version of FSU IPC, that's what it is causing this. Damn, so how do I, that's what it is, okay. It's got everything jacked up. It looks like it still got my previous thing, so we're just gonna enter that.
Run to cockpit, bladder knowledge, call me through the menu when you are ready. Run to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Yeah, gotta sacrifice some things with this daggone plane as far as the older version of XPU IPC. But luckily I did save the newer version, so once we're done with it, we'll put the newer version back in and we'll be good to go. I just need to figure out how to get oh, you know what? I think I do know how to get. We'll try it on the way back. I think I have to start Xpilot and admin mode, but for some reason it was saying it wasn't picking up my CSLs, which now I know why, because that hard drive was disconnected. But we'll try VATSIM on the way back up.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Hey, Montreal ground, all in air, 1286. Information uniform ready for push and start.
Palm 1286, push and start approved. Face south.
Push, facing south, null and air, 1286. They're only saying Palm because that's what I got in there.
Palm 1286, push and start approved. Facing south.
Push approved, face south, Palm 1286. Alright.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Now another issue we had is it wasn't turning me. So we'll see with this other version if it turns me till left. If not, we'll stop it and be ready to do it ourselves. Alright, trim is 4.5. Doesn't look like he's gonna turn me. Alright, no worries. We'll get our nose on the center line and we'll stop it. Here comes the rain again.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Standby.
Alright, let's go ahead and roll on engine number 2. Got starter valve open, N2 is rising. Looking for 25% N2. Then we'll introduce fuel.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal of the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard this Boeing 737 aircraft. We will soon be closing the doors for and pushing back and starting our taxi at the runway for departure.
Oh damn, it did reset my
our crew and thank you for tuning on our line for today.
reset my daggone sounds. I wonder how do I save this. Alright, give me a sec guys, let me just get these reset how I want. That's why the startup was a little quiet. Alright, cool. Got a good number 2. We'll roll on engine number 1. Starter valve is open. N2 is rising. Looking for 25%. We'll introduce fuel. Here it is. Yeah, we're in X-Plane 12, the night plane guy. Aer Lingus does well and is successful at Indy. It's an XLR, nice. It says, does it do real life ops? I'm not sure what you mean, plane guy. Does what do real life ops? This is a real world airline that still operates the classic, if that's what you're asking. Alright, 2 good engines. Up top we go. Yaw damper can come through the on. We'll get onto the engine gens now. APU can come through the off. Engine start switches over to continuous. Probes can come on. Hydraulic pumps can come through the on. We'll get the packs into auto. Bleeds off. That's fine. We'll come down. We'll select. Flaps 5. And we'll go auto brakes RTO. Alright, flaps 5 is indicated. We're good there. Montreal ground, Palm 1286, ready for taxi.
Palm 1286, taxi to runway 29er via Golf Hotel Delta.
Taxi to runway 29er via Golf Hotel Delta, Palm 1286. All right, taxi lights come on, clear left and clear right. Get a little bit of wiper cheer. Parking brakes off. Like that, the rain stops. I gotta lock my yoke in place here. All right, quick flight controls test. What's up, Gia? Asking because 23 right at Indy is closed till October. What are they doing? Repaving it or something? Allegiant will have PDX at Indy on Friday. Nice. All right, we're looking for the second right, which is Delta. I know they used to playing guy. I'm not sure. I don't remember ever seeing an Allegiant recently at DCA. I mean, I could be wrong. A quick search on FlightAware or Flight Radar will tell you that. All right, this is Delta here. IAD, roger that. I had to figure out how to turn the weather radar on in this thing.
Palm 1286, contact tower on 119.1.
Tower 119.1, Palm 1286. Alright, we'll hold here for a second before contacting tower. Alright, let me adjust my headset here. Alright, let's see. How do I... range. Where the heck is the weather radar on this thing? Not up here. Okay. I'm guessing that's supposed to just pop up here. We'll see. Alright, we'll zoom it out a little bit. We'll go over to tower. Montreal Tower, Palm 1286, holding short, runway 29. Yo, what up, pilot depth? Welcome aboard.
Palm 1286, Mirabel Tower, runway 29er, winds 315 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 29er, Palm 1286.
Gap cruising.
Alright, strobes can come through the on, wing light, wheel well light, that's all good. Flaps 5, auto brake set to RTO, we'll get you on to progress. Everything else is set. Let's get it. Toga's in chat if you got it. Listen to these beautiful CFMs by Mango Studios. Give you stereo cockpit mode. Liner on up. Southwest still have Midway to Delhi at Indy. Spirit with the LaGuardia. Nice. Alright, let's arm the auto throttle. We'll go ahead and select initially. Up to 4,000 we go initially. And let's get it. We'll spool them up. Let them stabilize. Brakes release. And Toga. Airspeed is alive. There's 80 knots. I gotta turn the other sounds down so I can barely hear the engines. V1. Rotate. Tap the brakes, gear up. We got to turn that environmental sound down some.
Palm 1286, contact departure.
Over to departure, Palm 1286. And departure, good day, Palm 1286, passing 1,500, climbing 4,000.
Palm 1286, Montreal departure, radar contact. Climb flight level 360, turn right, heading 140, vectors to Montreal, then own navigation.
Right heading 140, vectors to Montreal, climb and maintain 360, Palm 1286. Alright, let's go direct to Montreal here. Let me see if I can adjust these wind sounds here. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I don't think it's the default stuff. Let me check that. It may be the default stuff. Let's see here. Preferences. Alright, on the climb. Don't think British Airways will come to Indy because they have Northern Kentucky and Nashville. We just got some flights added to BWI. I saw the other day British Airways started bringing 777-200 into BWI until October of 2025. It's like a summer schedule, which is pretty cool. All right, we'll bring you back over. All right, there's a breakout coming through 10,000 here. Alright guys, we are on our way down to Greensboro. I think that lowered my engine sounds too. Let me see here. Let's pull up U and then also pull up U. So when I change it here, it boxed me out there. Let's phase down, master sound volume. Okay, so that's the interior volume. Alright, that's good enough. Ooh, we got some fugly clouds there, right there. Alright, coming through 14,000 on the climb here. And let's just make sure we're on course. Yep, we're good. Oh, I did forget something. That damn switch again. Hopefully it's, I caught it in time for us to get pressurized. Let me see what, yeah, cabin altitude is at 4,000, so we're good. Coming through a little turbulence.
Palm 1286, contact Montreal Center on 125.15.
Montreal Center 125.15, Palm 1286. Montreal Center, hello, Palm 1286 is passing flight level 180, climbing flight level 360.
Montreal Center identified. Good morning.
Alright, over to standard we go. There's the breakout. Not bad at all. Alright, let's get us some tunage on. All right, looking good. Hope everybody has had a wonderful Monday. Start to your week. Never know what could happen at Indy. Aer Lingus was unexpected for some people. That's an airline I've never flown on stream, is Aer Lingus. You're looking for more international flights? They trying to get people to come to Indy, huh? Is that what the deal is? Is Indy a dead-end airport? mean, other than cargo, right?
Unable to find view ID 5.
That's because I ain't got a view ID 5. Let me set one up. That's normally my...
Palm 1286 Montreal Center. Contact Boston Center on 135.25.
Boston Center, 13525, Palm 1286. See ya. Boston Center, a good day. Palm 1286 is passing flight level 240, climbing flight level 360.
Palm 1286, Boston Center, good morning.
Alright, let's see, what was I doing? I was trying to set up a... dash cam here.
Added camera 7 to category cockpit. Cameras saved.
Alright, cool. Got us a dash cam view. I wonder why my orbit cam is not working. That's throwing me to a flyby cam. Let me try a different button. Or hold on, better yet, let's just delete the camera. Let's redo the orbit camera. Still doing that view. Why is it doing that view?
Cameras saved.
Yeah, I don't know. Not gonna worry about it. I think it's all got to do with the XPUI PC. So we're gonna have to delete that GSL. So what I'm gonna do is close up this discontinuity here. We're gonna grab U, because GSO is way down there past where we need to go. Alright, and while we're at it in the climb, let me get our descent forecast entered. We're going up to 3.6, so we'll use 310. And 310 is 301 at 68. Then 200, 303 at 42. And then we'll do 150. which is 100 at, or no, 305 at 30. All right, cool. Descent winds are entered. We are about 38 or so miles until top of climb. 34 miles until top of climb here. And we are looking good. Let me see something. Let me see if I start this thing in admin mode, will it start? No, it won't. Yeah, so this version of XPUIPC won't allow me to connect to XPilot. So this plane is a no-go, at least until I figure out or find another version as far as VATSIM is concerned. Which that didn't used to be the case. We streamed this plane when it first came out in X-Plane 12, and it was fine, but again, that was so long ago that we had a different version of XPUIPC as well. I really like this livery. It's a pretty slick, kind of elegant livery. Now this plane does, in the real world, they operate this plane for charters and cargo. So if you don't notice, there is a conversion here that has a cargo door. So they just take out some of the seats or all of the seats, whatever they need it for, and they'll, you know, run the aircraft as a cargo aircraft as well, which I think is pretty cool. These guys still operate this thing today. All right, just under 1,000 to go till top of climb. We got a nice stiff crosswind out of the starboard side. Currently reading 78, 79 knots off the right wing. Alright, there is cruise, guys. We'll push her on up as close to 0.8. Now this classic doesn't quite, it depends on the situation, but we don't quite make 8.0. We'll see. But we might not quite make Mach 8.0. .76. We may eventually get it. Kind of getting a little sideways push. I will say the new update of X-Plane 12 looks rather good. Clouds are looking good. There are still some situations that they look a little fugly, but I think they're doing a pretty good job at them. Slowly coming together. I need to go ahead and just get active sky for this because I'm still using the default weather, which isn't all that great in my opinion in X-Plane. I originally had active sky when X-Plane first came out. I was part of that little beta process where they allowed you to transfer your X-Plane 11 active sky. And then of course what happened is you had a certain amount of time, I think, to fully transfer your license for free. And I missed the window, obviously because I wasn't flying X-Plane. I didn't know anything about it. And so when I contacted Hi-Fi Simulations about it, they were just like, yeah, essentially you're gonna have to buy another copy. That's the only reason I haven't bought another copy in the last couple years since it's been out. But other than that, we're at cruise, guys. Hold on, let me turn off. I forgot I gotta turn off X camera when I want to move around with the mouse. Let's take a walk back here in the cabin. I don't think the cabin is really much to snuff at. It's decently modeled, I think. Nice scratched up textures and stuff on the doors here. Even got a little first class cabin here. You're not gonna see all of the trinkets and stuff because, again, this is a narrow body aircraft, so you're not gonna have it all. Absolutely love these little shorty 7.3s, man. Love how the sounds change up as you get back here with the they should change up a bit sooner though, in my opinion. They should start changing up about here maybe, right behind the wing. Coffee pot looks nice. Now here's my thing, the reflection on the coffee pot is wrong though. Like it's reflecting the cockpit. I don't know if they knew that or not, but it's definitely reflecting the cockpit. but the reflections are nice. I will say that. It looks like the looks like the coffee pot is sitting like right here. Something like that. Alright, coming out of the cloud cover here. So we did swap. We made a couple changes with our X-Plane installation. We got rid of Auto Ortho and we're using the X-Plane 12 map enhancement, which is the same program they have from Microsoft. Which does the same thing as Auto Ortho, it's just not as clunky. Literally install it, run it, and that's it. You don't have to worry about all of those other folders and stuff like that. You do have to download some base packages, but it's the same thing as Auto Ortho, just less clunky, better UI. I am thinking that, hold on, let me see something. I'm gonna have to add this into the mix.
Palm 1286, contact Boston Center on 124.125.
Boston Center, 124.125, Palm 1286. Boston Center, a good day, Palm 1286, flight level 360.
Palm 1286, Boston Center, good afternoon.
I don't know why it's not, why is it not showing? My bad, guys. I'm just trying to figure something out here right quick. Excuse the flickering. I'm on another screen here. Ah, okay. That makes perfect sense. Okay. That makes perfect sense. All right, 3:15 until the top of drop.
On 1286, Boston Center. Contact New York Center on 133.35.
New York Center, 133.35, Palm 1286. New York Center, good day, Palm 1286, flight level 360.
On 1286, New York Center, good afternoon.
What the hell? Let's see here. Yeah, look at that weather reload. And we're getting a little light chop here. Getting some laggies. I'd still say that's why, because my damn browser was crashing. I think my browser then got some memory locked up or something here, guys. Let me see what's going on. Get some tunes back on. Daggone why does it feel like I'm in time acceleration? Did I press something that got me in time acceleration? Is there a time acceleration button here? Oh no, I think we're good now. Yeah, I think we're good now, whatever it was. What was I trying to do? Oh. Yeah, see, we never even made 8.0. We're stuck at 7.7. Unable, sir. 243 until top of drop here. Try this again. There we go. 2024. That going. Damn, how do they not have... All right, getting a little turbulence here. I want to turn down this. All right, looking good, guys. Nice chill, laid back cruise down to Greensboro. I'm gonna run to the head right quick while we have some time before we get into our approach here. I will be right back with you. We'll throw you over here.
Notices to air mission.
All right, right back, guys. AIO. So guess what? I just unfortunately have come back from hitting the head and X-Plane has crashed on us. Never fails. God daggum X-Plane. Dang, son. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna restart. I'm probably gonna do a whole new stream. Maybe we'll jump over and do some 777 ops since that just released. So if we're able to get that up, do keep an eye on the channel for that, or actually the Discord. Oh, let me bring you guys back over. Where am I at? Here we go. On air. Yeah, so this is the last thing, but my desktop, let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Or is it? Yeah, it definitely crashed on us. That's my display. That's what I'm looking at right now. Oh man, X-Plane. I be trying, bro. I be trying with this daggone X-Plane. So yeah, we're gonna get that installed, and then we'll see if we can get back. If not, we have a backup, not a backup, but another one set up for tomorrow night. But we're gonna definitely try to get back up and at them. It's still early. We may be able to get at least one flight in tonight. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm going to end this one and try to get it installed and get everything up and going. And if we manage to get it before 12, then you'll see it pop up on YouTube. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Sorry that X-Plane crashed, but that is the ball that we're always rolled with X-Plane. I don't know why I still try. All right, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Hopefully here in a little bit. Tapan says hello from Russia. What's going on, bro? Welcome. We're about to reboot and try to do this 777. So keep your eyes on the channel for that. Do subscribe, ring that bell notification. We'll see you here in a bit.